Why people hold bipolar views on capitalism and socialism. People often hold bipolar views on capitalism and socialism due to deeply rooted ideological, historical, and experiential factors. Ideological beliefs. Capitalism and socialism represent two fundamentally different ideologies about how society should be structured. Capitalism emphasizes individual freedom, private ownership, and market-driven economies, while socialism focuses on collective ownership, social equality, and state intervention. People often align with one ideology based on their values, beliefs about human nature, and views on freedom versus equality. Historical experiences. The history of both systems has contributed to strong opinions. For example, the successes and failures of capitalist economies, particularly in the West, have shaped views on the potential for innovation and prosperity, but also on inequality and exploitation. Conversely, the history of socialist experiments, such as those in the Soviet Union and China, has led to strong opinions about the potential for social equity, but also about state control and repression. Personal and cultural experiences. People's experiences with economic systems can shape their views. Those who have benefited from capitalist economies may see it as the best way to achieve success, while those who have experienced poverty or inequality may view socialism as a necessary corrective. Cultural context also plays a role. For example, people in more individualistic cultures may lean toward capitalism, while those in collectivist cultures may be more sympathetic to socialism. Political and economic propaganda. Both capitalism and socialism have been the subjects of intense propaganda campaigns, especially during the Cold War. This has led to deeply entrenched views, with capitalism often being equated with freedom and socialism with tyranny or vice versa, depending on the context. Fear of extremes. Many people fear the extremes of both systems. Extreme capitalism is often associated with unchecked corporate power, environmental destruction, and social inequality, while extreme socialism is associated with state control, loss of personal freedoms, and economic inefficiency. This fear can lead to polarized views, with people rejecting one system entirely in favor of the other. Designing an eco-social system. Combining merits from both sides. To design an eco-social system that combines the merits of both capitalism and socialism, the following elements could be integrated. Sustainable economic practices. The system would prioritize environmental sustainability by incorporating regulations and incentives that promote renewable energy, conservation, and sustainable agriculture. This would involve both market-based solutions, like carbon pricing, and state-led initiatives, like public investment in green infrastructure. Social equity and fair distribution. While allowing for private ownership and market-driven economies, the system would ensure that wealth and resources are distributed more equitably. This could be achieved through progressive taxation, universal basic income, and social safety nets that provide healthcare, education, and housing for all. Democratic decision-making. The system would involve more democratic decision-making processes in both the political and economic spheres. This could include stronger labor unions, worker cooperatives, and community-owned enterprises, ensuring that people have a say in the decisions that affect their lives. Balanced regulation. The system would feature a balanced approach to regulation, where the state plays a role in preventing market failures, such as monopolies or environmental degradation, while also fostering innovation and entrepreneurship. This could involve antitrust laws, environmental regulations, and support for small businesses. Cultural and community values. The system would recognize the importance of cultural and community values, ensuring that economic activities are aligned with the well-being of communities and respect for cultural diversity. This could involve support for local economies, protection of cultural heritage, and policies that promote social cohesion. Innovation and creativity. While ensuring basic needs are met, The system would encourage innovation and creativity through incentives for research and development, support for the arts, and policies that reward socially and environmentally responsible business practices. Global responsibility. Recognizing the interconnectedness of the global community, the system would promote global cooperation on issues like climate change, poverty, and human rights, while also respecting the sovereignty and cultural diversity of individual nations. By combining the strengths of both capitalism and socialism, this eco-social system would aim to create a society that is not only economically prosperous and socially equitable but also environmentally sustainable and culturally vibrant. This balanced approach could help address some of the major challenges facing the world today, from economic inequality to environmental degradation.